June 2007, the wettest since records began. 49,000 homes across Britain were underwater. And in the small Shropshire market town of Ludlow, 71 properties were flooded. One retired couple had to make a dramatic escape in the middle of the night as a torrent of water poured into their home.
Within 40 minutes, from no water in the yard, it was up to my waist in the house when I locked the door to get out.
But there was much worse to come. This is the River Corb, which flows directly behind Sol and Doreen Pierce's house. It's been their family home for 41 years. Their two daughters grew up here.
The girls just enjoy seeing the kingfishers or the ducks. I mean, it was close to the river, but we never had any problem.
But on the 25th of June 2007, the river turned nasty.
Doreen just had a cup of tea and I went to take the cup out into the kitchen. When I walked back through the door, I said to Doreen, "Come on quick, the river bank's out of sight."
They called their son-in-law Malcolm to come over and help.
Initially the water started kind of seeping almost through the mortar. As we walked across the carpet, you could feel your feet squelching. They'd still got the gas fire on, so I turned that off and started getting all the valuables upstairs before the water came in.
And it started to come over the wall at the back, just like a weir.
Before we knew it, it had risen up to our waist in water within quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, that quick.
And then somebody else shouted, "Sol, come outside quick, it's getting too deep." Well, when I came down the stairs, as it was up to my waist, I was glad to get out.
The water was so deep and fast-flowing, Sol was lucky not to be swept away.
I'm about 5'7", and that's where the depth of the water came to inside. So it's quite a depth.
They were safe and dry at their daughters when, in the middle of the night, the bridge right next to their home collapsed under the force of the water. But it wasn't just the bridge that had been demolished. A corner of the Pierces' home had also been washed away.
The bottom corner had been took out, but we didn't think it was anything much. We thought it was repairable, really.
But there were signs it was getting worse. And council surveyor Chris Fisher, who was filming damage to the bridge, soon realised the house was in danger.
There were large cracks that were opening up. It was obvious to me that something was going to go very soon, so I just videoed it. When this bit goes, the rest will follow, won't it?
And he carried on filming.
There seemed to be a second of silence. It was funny. It was quiet and then suddenly loud with people shouting.
Sol and Doreen, who were staying with their daughter, had no idea what had happened until a friend called round.
Mary came and told us in the end that she'd been up into town. She'd gone to get us some prescriptions from the chemist. She just said it had gone, and I said, "Well, what's gone?" And she said, "The house." So that was it. It was all coming round here and down out of the river, under the wall, all over here and under the shed.
On the night of the flood, They'd moved their most precious possessions up to their bedroom, away from the rising water. But now they'd gone.
Doreen's jewellery box was in the room the bedroom which collapsed, and watches and rings and...
Quite a lot, really, sentimental things, really, that you'll never get back.
The house is too dangerous to enter. Everything inside is ruined.
It looks a proper mess, because
It was terrible.
the fridge is still full and everything else. There's possibly bread in the bread bin, and...
And the wall's all mouldy now, so it's a right...
Oh, it is mouldy, yeah. Terrible.
It's a terrible mess in here, it's full of flies.
In the few months since the flood, their wreck has become something of a tourist attraction.
The bed's still hanging on. I don't know how it stops there with the slope of the floor now, so... People were saying, oh, the bed's made. And I said, well, Doreen always made the bed by 10 o'clock in the morning. I said, most unusual if it wasn't done.
And at dusk, evidence of yet another problem.
Another one.
Demolition work can't start on the house because it's been taken over by bats.
If we count both mothers and young, I think we've got around about 500 little straw bats in that roof there.
Another one. Two. Another one. Another one. Another one.
Bats are a protected species and can't be disturbed. So Sol and Doreen can only watch and wait.
They can't demolish them until they go. But there's a £5,000 fine per bat if you kill them.
The bats are holding everything up at the moment by the season.
People tell us they'll go, but we have to wait and see how long that's going to be.
The bats finally left of their own accord, after 6 months. Then in November 2007, the demolition started.
Better have it down than leave it looking like that. I mean, I think it's worse like that.
Yeah, a lot.
It just seemed funny seeing a void there, won't it?
It took less than a week for the house to disappear. The couple have moved to a new home nearby, but they've come through their ordeal with remarkable composure.
Yeah.
The end of 57A, really.
It is, yeah.
Still, never mind. That's it.